What's up, YouTube? Welcome to part 3 of Broken Age with a Therapist. I do appreciate immensely your support of my channel and this playthrough. I assume if you've made it to part 3 that you have enjoyed parts 1 and 2. Hopefully as much as I have. It's been a lot of fun. Really excited to see what happens with Vela and hopefully with Shea at some point in this episode. It's been a lot of fun. As always, I'm going to pause a lot. Make sure that you leave a like. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And as always, leave a comment if there's something you want to share with me or say about the playthrough so far. I would love to read them. All right. Let me make sure that the volume is good. Music in this game is fabulous. All right, let's see what we can find. Let's check this guy's mail.
This guy hasn't gotten mail in a while.
There's where we fell through, the roof over there.
Okay, which one of you trees has been bugging Curtis?
That's right, the trees like talk and stuff. We have an
Don't
axe.
seem too chatty to me.
What's up, tree?
Okay, now I see why the trees were freaking him out.
Can I pull this out?
It's trying to say something, but doesn't have a mouth.
Maybe I could make one with my axe.
I might still need those shoes. I could get used to carrying an axe. I have a feeling I might regret this.
Murderer! Axe-wielding psychopath right here!
Shh, shh, shh. You'll wake up the other trees.
She's got an axe! Run! She's a murderer!
Run.
Okay, look. I'm getting rid of the axe, okay? Just stop screaming, please.
Ow! My trunk! I'm losing sap!
Murderer!
Vela. Let's ask why he's upset.
Why are you so upset?
I just can't stand by in silence while you murderous humans mutilate my brethren! It makes me sick!
Are you magic? Can you help me kill Magchatra?
Is that all you humans think about? Killing? You all make me want to puke.
Fair.
You got a little something in the corner of your mouth.
Oh, that's just a little sap. I'm not ashamed. It's thick and natural, and I'm full of it.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not entirely sure why we're taking a combative stance with this tree. Which leads me to maybe a small point that I could make. First impressions are ridiculously important, and that includes the first impression you get by proxy. So Curtis gave us a first impression of these trees. He biased us going in to talking to these trees, and that's coming out by Vela being adversarial to the tree. She literally whacked the tree with an axe, and it's saying, knock it off. And Vela's like taking this stance against the tree, and I think that's because of the way that Curtis primed her to look at the tree. If Curtis doesn't prime her, she potentially takes this on in an entirely different light because she hasn't been given context for the tree. So something that you should be very mindful of when you are going to meet somebody new or go into an unfamiliar context is that any type of information you got ahead of time is biasing the way that you're going to view that context. And sometimes it's actually better to go into unknown contexts and just respond to what happens as opposed to needing a whole bunch of information that is likely skewed by the perception of the person who gave that information to you. Use your own eyes and ears. Draw your own conclusions. That can sometimes be more effective. I think that's giving us this weird vibe with this tree right now because Vela has already been biased by Curtis. She's already advocating passively for Curtis in these interactions, as opposed to taking the tree for what it is and being curious about the tree.
Hey, can I have some of your sap?
You're just like the rest of them. You want to bleed us dry, steal all our thick, luscious, and incredibly useful fluids. You humans make me want to throw up, but I won't do it, because I refuse to give you the pleasure of my sap.
I've never seen a talking tree before.
Well, I've seen plenty of axe-wielding murderous humans, so get lost.
Now, you might say to yourself, well, this tree seems awful prejudiced to Vela. And I actually think it's fair for this tree to be that way. In this particular dynamic, Vela is the person that holds the position of power. And the tree is the marginalized group. Vela's able to move. Vela's able to whack it with an axe. The tree doesn't really have much recourse for that. So the tree is inherently in a marginalized position or a one-down position. That tree has to make a generalization about Vela that she could be dangerous. Because his representation of humans to this point is that they are. Vela, if she really wants to be smart about this, should know that. This is akin to a conversation that happens frequently about men and women in our general society, that like it is generally behooves a woman to assume that an unknown man is dangerous. Not because every man is dangerous, but because any man could be dangerous. And men are disproportionately dangerous to women. So this tree is essentially in the same position, where he has to assume that any human could be dangerous because that's what he sees, that's what he's known, and if he lets his guard down on that, he could potentially be taken advantage of. So this tree being more adversarial to Vela makes sense from that perspective. So if we zoom out and we look a little bit more sociologically at this, that interaction and the tree's defensiveness makes a lot of sense. Vela, knowing that, would want to make sure that she acts in a way that is incongruent with that preconceived notion the tree has, so that he can see that maybe she is an exception to that assumption he has to make. There's utility to that, and we have to take into account power dynamics that extend beyond this specific moment.
I'm here on behalf of Curtis, the lumberjack.
That homicidal psychopath? I once saw him hack an old lady to death.
Wow. Really?
Yes, a 300-year-old spruce, minding her own branches, then he comes along. And the next time I see her, she's a... Oh God, if I say it, I think I might be sick.
Jesus, Val, this is a little intense for her to just be like, say it!
Say it. What did Curtis do to the old spruce?
He butchered her, turned her into a stool. Oh God, I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Please don't scream anymore.
You can't silence me! I'm going to wake up this whole forest!
I'll let you get back to your screaming.
Yeah, please leave before I vomit, you foul, rootless stump.
Suppose we move along? No? Tree doesn't have our trust.
Hello,
Or I don't have the tree's
Showdown.
trust.
Looks like Mob Chothra hasn't gotten here yet.
Is Mog Chothra waterlocked? Why are these people living in these beachfront properties?
Oh, driftwood. So smooth. Looking at this chum trough makes me really happy I grew up in a baking town instead of a fishing town. I just hope my baking town is still standing. These fishing poles are useless. All the hooks have been stolen.
Excellent! Surely this one will last.
Let's cut this ribbon already.
You tell him, non-maiden.
The ribbon is there for your protection. The arena is still under construction.
Who are you, sir?
Excuse me, Mayor?
What? Mayor? Why did you say that?
Because you look like a mayor.
I have to admit you're not the first person to tell me that. But alas, I am merely Maiden's Feast Marshal June, a humble man of the people, for now.
What does that mean?
Hey, about your bucket hat.
What? What about it?
It looks great on you. Very fancy.
What? Fancy? But I'm a man of the people. I'm never going to win this election if I come off as haughty and elite. Here, take this away from me. Thank you, child. I'm firing my stylist tomorrow.
All right. I mean, what would matter more is if you actually had the same values and ideals of your constituents, but that's a story for a different day, friend.
When is Mog Chothra supposed to get here?
Any minute. So much to do.
So, you're running for mayor of Shellmound?
My hopes and dreams, just sand castles built too close to an angry sea. I had hopes, child, but this construction debacle under my marshalship has washed them all away.
I need to enter the Maiden's Feast.
Child, at this point, we may not even have a Maiden's Feast. Not that you have the right scent for it anyway.
Are you saying I smell bad?
Oh, heavens no, child. You smell like birthday cake and fluffy clouds, with a hint of fresh pine. But that's just not the sort of aroma that hooks the big fish. Talk to your grandmother. I'm sure she has a fragrance recipe she'll share with you.
Not the same values, at least having the slightest hint of any values at all. Everybody has values, deal. Everybody has them. You can't not have them. It's just what are they, and how do you attend to them?
Did you say there might not be a Maiden's Feast?
The sea, she is angry this day. I'm trying to build the offering arena, but the waves keep washing it away.
Why do you build the offering arena so close to the ocean?
Because that's where the sand is.
There has to be a Maiden's Feast. I need to kill Mog Chothra.
Yes, yes, we all want to fill Mog Chothra. But when he comes here and sees no offering arena, he might pass us by. Or worse.
Better let you get back to the feast.
Yes, yes. These maidens aren't going to serve up themselves.
This is the deep and dramatic power of fear. When she says, I want to kill Mog Chothra, that is a terrifying notion for anybody that she's around. Because they potentially become associates to that. And if you are afraid of Mog Chothra, if Mog Chothra has the power to decimate you, your family, your community, speaking ill of that is not necessarily conducive to your well-being. This is how people in power hold that power. So when she says, I want to kill Mog Chothra, of course he heard what she said. But he's not going to take that risk. He's much better ignorantly saying, oh, yes, we all want to kill Mog Chothra, which essentially makes it look like she made the mistake linguistically. So he can distance himself from her. Because she's a threat to Mog Chothra. This is, in some ways, a parallel to, like, if a person at a company starts talking about potential unionization, and the company's done a really good job scaring the shit out of everybody about unionizing, and people hear a person bring that up, and they're like, no, everything's fine around here. It's a similar vibe. And it's all because if you get into a position of power where you can control a whole bunch of resources and get people terrified, then you passively affect the way that they even interact with each other, and you see fracturing, where people are more likely to highlight the dissenting person as opposed to agree with a dissenting person who is actually very likely to have their values and beliefs in mind. When people get really disenfranchised with power, then sometimes she becomes an ideal and a martyr that everybody can download themselves into. But if power is good at maintaining that power in a particular kind of way, then you're going to see what you just saw between the two of them. I'm guessing these are some of the maidens.
Hi, you maidens getting ready for the Maiden's Feast?
Anyone?
Nice costumes.
Thanks. Our dads made them.
They're the best fishermen in the village, so they're pretty good at tying lures.
We had to use every hook in town, but it was worth it.
Isn't somebody gonna miss those hooks?
Not as much as they're gonna miss us.
You're gonna make me cry, girl.
So this whole, like, I'm gonna kill Mog Chothra, not a particularly smart thing for Vela to say, and I actually think that Vela's push to tell everybody that she's going to kill Mog Chothra only makes sense if we look at her from a developmental perspective. Like, she's essentially a teenager, so she's more likely to be one-track minded and to appreciate the power of peer support more so than understanding the wider possibilities of why saying to everybody that she wants to kill Mog Chothra could be a problem. Because think about the position you put yourself in. Mog Chothra rules with an iron tentacle, and you potentially could gain the favor and protection of Mog Chothra if you out Vela, or if you take her into custody, or if you turn her in. All Mog Chothra has to do is put a bounty on her head that's good enough for people to hit their number, because everybody's got a number, that they immediately go, ooh, let's figure out how to get this chick eaten by Mog Chothra so that she doesn't keep saying this shit and putting us in danger. So Vela really needs to be careful with how out there she puts her directive here. You can find out all the information you want to find and try to get what you need without telling people that. And it pains me every time to click that option. But as a teenager, she wouldn't be thinking about it this way, most likely. So this is why she's like, oh, the support of people around me essentially reinforces this idea for me and is going to help me build some confidence that this is the right thing to do. And I think she's also falsely making the assumption that everybody is as thoughtful about this as she is, when it's very clear that that is not the case. That people have been conditioned not to think critically about this and to make her, as the dissenting party, look crazy instead of them.
Hey, can I have some of that perfume?
That's not perfume. That's a proprietary luring compound known as Beast Hooker.
It's irresistible to Mogs.
Can I have some of that beast hooker?
Hey, can I have some of your beast hooker?
That's better. But no, you can't. Sorry.
It's her secret sauce.
But there's a little squirt.
How about just one little squirt?
Sorry. If I'm not gonna give any to my best friend, Drusilla, I'm certainly not gonna give any to you.
I said I don't want any. I don't use performance enhancers.
You Maiden's nervous?
Yeah, nervous that Marshall Dune isn't gonna get the offering arena ready before Mog Chothra gets here.
Oh, I can't believe our dad's donated so much to his campaign.
Don't you guys ever wonder if there's another way?
This is a better way to go about
To
this.
save the town, I mean.
This is how it's always been done.
Yeah, they figured out how to do it a long time ago, so we wouldn't have to think about it.
Friends, please open yourselves to the notion that you can challenge convention, that you can think differently, that just because something always has been does not mean that it needs to continue to be that way. Critical thought is uncomfortable. Critical thought it creates dissonance. Critical thought leaves open-ended questions. But the only way that you evolve and progress is to question the world around you. People get indoctrinated into this idea that tradition is the end-all be-all. And there is some utility to that. I think it's cool to have certain traditions and things that are handed down. There's nothing wrong with that. But when we're talking about like core political ideology, and in this case survival ideology, and these two girls say, well, this is just how it's always been. This is the tradition. Why would we go against that? That's been pushed into them. They've been arguably indoctrinated into that. It's easy to fall back on tradition because then you don't have to think. Everything just lines up nicely with your boxes. But you don't progress that way. And the world is inherently more complex than whatever simple traditions we as humans can create. We do them for comfort. We do them for consistency. We do them to control. But you don't move faster and progress things and get into cooler spaces with each other and develop better human dynamics unless you are willing to ask questions about popular convention, to challenge them in certain ways, to try to look at them more dynamically. You can figure out ways to bring tradition into the modern era that you're in. And this is why it's deeply important to have younger folks in positions of power, because the older we get, the more our brain wants to rely on convention. But now we're working on convention that is completely mistimed. It was created in an entirely different context. And we always have to take careful consideration of context when we're going to apply policy and process. And they're not doing this here because it's just easier to go, well, that's how it's always been, and that's what they tell us, and so cool. We're not even going to think about it and challenge it, because if we do challenge it, we are likely seen as dissenters and outsiders, and we're threatened. So even if we have that thought, we've been conditioned to just hold firm on status quo. Push outside of that, friends. It's difficult to do it, but push outside of it. See how they respond when I say this.
Hey, Maidens, I'm going to kill Mog Chothra.
Ha! Not half as hard as I'm gonna kill it.
I'm already killing it in this outfit, just standing here.
Amen, girl.
I want to be in the Maiden's Feast.
Of course you do, poor thing.
But shell maidens are chosen only after a long period of qualifying events.
Also, our dads are pretty powerful. Also, can I tell you something? Just as a friend.
Oh my god, yes, just as a friend.
You just don't smell right, girl.
Oh, I'd want a friend to tell me that.
See you maidens later.
Ciao!
Excellent.
Well, I have an idea. Why don't I throw this old chum
As
bucket?
much as I would like some chum, I don't think it's smart to carry it around in an open container with those gulls around.
Okay, now flip it and stick it. Raise it now gently.
No.
Nice. You know, I think this one looks like it could...
I don't think fruit would help there.
Dang it all! Are you sure you're packing it tight, Clarence?
We need to make the gulls go away. Let's go up here. What have we here?
A sighted stranger approaches. Not so fast. Darn. All out of holy tear gas. Use the staff. Oh, yeah. Halt. The Dead-Eye God sees no one.
Who are you two?
I am Dead-Eye Dawn. And this is Dead-Eye Courtney. Hi.
What is this place?
The Dead-Eye Pyramid. Tomb of the Dead-Eye God. As if you didn't know.
Can I go inside?
You wish to invade our holiest of shrines?
I wouldn't call it
Why?
that. I don't know, it looks cool. 'Cause you guys are guarding it, so it must be cool. Appeal to their egos.
Because you guys are guarding it, so it must be cool.
Oh, it is. Extremely cool. But no one enters the Dead-Eye Pyramid. No one. Well, unless... What? Well, if she could solve the riddle of Yorn. Oh, yeah. If she could solve that, then she'd definitely be worthy.
Psh, no problem.
You gonna tell me what it is?
Who's the Dead-Eye God?
The Messiah from the sky. Bringer of miracle objects. Someday he will rise to return our sight and begin the Battle of Volgentol.
Did your god bring any miracle objects that were like weapons? The kind that could take down a giant monster before it destroyed your home village?
Our god had such power and more. Probably. I mean, really, we don't even know what half the stuff in there does.
What's the Battle of Volgentol?
The final battle between humans and Mogs. The end of our entire age.
Sounds promising. Did you say you lost your sight?
Yes, that happens when you blind yourself.
Oh.
If the Dead-Eye God has no need for sight, then neither do we.
Damn.
Huh.
Times of vulnerability, if there is a person or thing that you can idolize and it has certain traits that become wishful identity traits, people will go very far to try to make those wishful traits similarity traits. And I suppose them blinding themselves would be an example of that. Like, if you think that sounds ridiculous, well, you look no further than cults where there are like mass suicides and stuff where people wear certain clothes, drink certain Kool-Aid, eat certain... I mean, it's not that hard for humans to fall into this trap. It really isn't.
Hey, can I get you guys something?
Like what?
I don't know. Some Holy tear gas?
Some more holy tear gas?
Oh, yeah. Here.
Ah!
Just fill that up for me if you could. Thanks.
Could you remind me how the riddle of Yorn goes one more time?
You always take us down when we are in our prime. Devour your sweet rewards, yet I'll return in time. A child of mine will rise out of his rotten bed, up from a hidden pit, long after I am dead.
Whoa.
Yeah. Bring us the solution, and you may enter the pyramid.
Can I go inside?
You wish to invade our holiest of shrines?
I don't really.
Alright, so I've got a spritzer.
You can see the whole Maiden's Feast area from up here.
Wait for the tide. Okay, easy does it.
Alright, so if I...
Now to the right. Okay, now flip it and stick it.
can I blow these guys
I
away?
can't fill the holy tear gas dispenser with that.
Raise it now gently. Excellent. Surely this one will last.
Nah, I can't fill the holy tear gas dispenser with that.
My mayoral race is riding on this. Oh, and the villagers' lives, too.
I can't fill the holy tear gas dispenser with that.
Okay, a little to the left.
We have one like that back home for making upside down cakes.
Now to the right.
Hmm.
Move in a little bit. Careful.
If I was holy tear gas,
Don't make me come up there.
where would I be?
I can't fill the holy tear gas dispenser. I don't think Curtis will miss this much.
Steady. Don't make me come up there. Can you hear me up there?
You guys want to see something pretty?
That's okay. I already have a mirror.
True.
Her mirror is really pretty.
You guys want to see something?
Now to the right.
Want to see some pretty crystal?
Please, child, I just want to unload some maidens and go home to my sandcastle.
I just want to
I
unload
don't
some
think Curtis will
maidens.
miss this. Nah, it's all out of holy tear gas.
Okay,
I can't fill the holy tear gas dispenser with that.
nice inversion.
Hey, want some delicious fruit?
Sorry, but that could be seen as a bribe. So bring it to me after the election, please.
You got it, buddy.
I think this one looks like it could be. I really thought that one was different. Are you sure you're packing it tight, Clarence?
You maidens want some fruit?
We only eat seafood here in Shellmound.
Helps keep our coats shiny.
Now to the right. Come on, Clarence, we're running out of time.
Go back to the tree for a minute.
Want some fruit?
The sweet flesh you tore down from the arms of its mother? No, thank you. Also, that fruit has a big pit that's kind of a pain to deal with.
There.
Found some driftwood down by the beach.
That's morbid. But at least it's natural and hasn't been perverted by you humans.
Yeah, that's that.
Oh, and now you're decorating me like a Christmas tree? Is there no end to the humiliation?
Have you ever seen cloud shoes? They're bent twigs. wrapped in feathers.
Well, the twigs might have fallen off naturally, so that's not going to make me sick. But I can't speak for the birds.
Oh no.
Look, he also makes nice things that aren't wood.
Crystals have feelings too.
Hey, can I fill my spray can up with your sap?
Okay, first off, I'm not here to help humans. Secondly, no, you can't have my precious lifeblood sap. Thirdly, it's too thick and rich and would clog up your little spray can anyway.
Curtis! I need help, buddy. Know anything? Oh wait, give him some wood.
Check it out. Non-talking wood.
Oh, and it's so smooth. Oh man, I feel a stool coming on.
What? Oh, whew, that's a relief.
Tell me. I feel 10 times better. Thanks for helping me get that out of my system. I want you to have it.
Really? Thanks.
No problem. I like to spread my samples around.
Oh my god, dude! Well, if you're gonna make poop jokes, that's probably the best way to do it, but holy shit, man.
Nah, that doesn't need a new sun. Especially, I don't think fruit would help there.
Alright, I got a stool. Now, what do I want to...
Nah.
Right? I don't know how... I'm not sure how I feel about carrying a man's stool around. But, hey. This is a fine stool. This is a fine, firm stool that was produced easily. Let's show him that we've crafted something out of his brethren.
Sorry to do this to you, but
Oh my god, is that mutilated tree flesh?
you see, what Curtis does is he peels off the outer layer of the wood to get to the tender stuff inside. Then he dips the whole thing in an acid bath before he begins the deep carving. Oh, sorry, did that upset you?
You monster!
What reason do we have to be a dick to this tree? Oh my god! Oh my god! I get that we want to kill Mog Chothra, but we're like blazing
It's
a
already
warpath.
soaking into the ground. I have to catch it when it's fresh.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god, so I have to do this again? Oh
It's got
man.
one too many feet for these shoes.
Oh.
You can still see the grain of the wood.
Oh my god. This is awful. Holy shit, man. Are we the baddies is right? Oh my god.
Okay, now flip it and
Oh, sticky chum. That would be a great seagull trap. But really, I don't need a seagull trap yet or ever. I probably will never need one of those to tell the truth.
Okay.
okay, so far so good.
Who would I give this chum bucket to, or like this vomit bucket to?
Back to position 1, everybody.
Maybe he needs it for construction.
No, not like that.
Here, this will make your sand mixture stick together better.
Really? How do you know?
I'm a baker. I know my ingredients.
At this point, I'd try anything. Hey, Clarence, bring that load down here, will you? I hope you're right about this.
It's never failed me before.
How many times have you used it?
Never. Shh. Let's watch.
Here comes a wave. I can't look.
Hell yeah!
Now that's a sandcastle. Looks like we're in business. All we need to do now is get those maidens in tune.
That's not a good use for a stool.
All right, girls, time for the talent portion. Let's practice. Oh, Mog, shine your light on me, okay?
That's not a good use for a stool.
I need to figure out where. Okay, where would I refill this?
Put some emotion into it. 2, 3, 4.
Come to me, old chum.
Oh, okay.
I mean, when is this not going to come in handy?
Spray myself? Can I spritz myself with it?
No way. I'm not becoming seagull bait.
Do it just like that.
Oh my god.
Shh! Here she comes again.
I've got the riddle solution. Fish guts.
I suppose they could be fish in their prime. And the ocean could be a pit. But it's not hidden. And baby fish don't rise out of it. That would be super creepy. Good effort there, though.
I'm just trying to give you your gun back.
This pretty window is the solution to the riddle?
Are you asking me or telling me?
Telling you? This stool is the solution to your riddle.
How's that?
Well, I mean, you could sit on it while you think of the real answer. Check it out. Fruit.
No thanks. These are our only robes. We don't want to get them all sticky.
It's the answer to your riddle.
But it's just a fruit with a pit inside. Oh my god. It's so simple. Why didn't we get that? Oh man, that's been bugging us all day.
But what does it have to do with the pyramid?
Huh? Oh, nothing. It's just something our friend Becky Yorn told us this morning. She thinks she's so smart. I can't wait to rub this thing in her face.
So, can I go in there now?
Oh, yeah, whatever. Knock yourself out.
Oh, good old Becky Yorn.
Such strange shapes in here.
All right.
It's that same religious symbol, but this one is recessed, like a socket. I wonder what that symbol means. There's that symbol again. Guess this is where they buried their old god. Nah, that doesn't need a new sun, especially not a vintage crystal one. I don't think he needs a place to sit. Making a dead god smell like fish guts seems disrespectful. That symbol is so strange, but familiar. I don't think that will fit in this socket. I don't think that will fit in this socket.
So that socket's like a square. You tired? Do you want a stool?
You guys must be tired. Want a stool to sit on?
We already have some under our robes. Yeah, this cool lumberjack made them for us out of some old driftwood we brought him.
Well, he makes a lot of stools. Let's see if they want to be sprayed with the chum.
All right, girls, time for the talent portion.
Ugh, gross, Drusilla. Don't you think I can smell that?
Okay, this time it really wasn't me.
Is this about the feathers we took for our costumes? You can have them back!
Let's practice. Oh,
Hey, maybe this perfume is what's attracting them. I'll get rid of it.
Great, ow! Great idea.
What about me?
Ow! I exude it naturally! She has to save whom she can't. Ow! I'll tell Mog Chopra about you, Drusilla.
Uh-oh.
My dad is gonna have you all poisoned.
All right, let's spritz myself.
Oh, man. The things monsters go for these days.
Now maybe you're gonna be cool with me smelling
Marshal
good.
Dune? I need to enter the Maiden's Feast.
well, I suppose I do owe you one for your help with construction. Oh my! Now that is how you attract a monster. You are in, my girl. My compliments to your grandmother. Truly monstrous. I guess it's showtime.
Wait, I'm not ready yet.
What? Well, I owe you one, so I can stall for a little while, but hurry back. I can't keep the beast from coming.
Be right back. I have to get some sort of powerful weapon before Mog Chothra gets here.
Seems like there's a lot of innuendo in this place.
Disgusting! This is unbeaten!
That's not a good use for a stool.
So I need one of the... Okay.
Back off, bird! Disgusting!
Here she comes again.
What is that strange symbol I see all over the pyramid?
You mean the Gamethus? That was the sacred symbol of the Dead-Eye God. It is said that in his day, the Dead-Eye God would draw the Gamethus for all his followers. It was very important to him, and so we worship it to this day.
Bye.
Sense you later.
I think climbing up on their god's tomb would be frowned upon. I don't want to desecrate these ancient writings. Those girls outside have sticks. Guess this is where they buried their old god. Too busy to sit down right now. Guess this is where they buried their old god.
There's obviously something that I need to do with this.
I don't think that's the right shape to go in there. It's that same religious symbol, but this one is recessed, like a socket.
It looks very similar to what's in this pane of glass, though.
I don't think that will fit in this socket.
And there's, I mean, it could not be more obvious that there's obviously something we have to do in here. They're not freaking out anymore.
You made it.
Yeah. After you took that beast hooker away, they eventually left us alone.
Thank you so much, non-maiden.
See you maidens later.
Ciao!
Okay, do it just like that.
Oh, ciao!
That's not a good use for a stool. Let's cut this ribbon already.
The ribbon is there for your protection. Now, we're not trying to scare Mog Chothra away, all right? 2, 3, 4.
Too busy to sit down right now.
Oh, I already did
Look,
this.
I've got a ladder in my pocket. Bet that will make you barf for sure.
Is it from Mariloft? They only use naturally.
Oh, I see. Okay. Man.
That's not a good place to hang a ladder. Nah, that doesn't need a noose. That's not a good use for a stool.
Oh God. I can go.
You a friend of Jesse's?
So I hear somebody. Where? I don't think she's gonna want a stool.
If that perch is getting uncomfortable, I've got a nice stool here.
Thanks, but I'm happy up here. Well, maybe not happy, but you know what I mean.
No way. It's too pretty. I'm keeping it.
I think if there was anybody that said they were like super tired.
No way. It's too pretty. I'm keeping it.
Hi.
How about a nice stool to sit on?
No, I need to stand up. It's the only thing keeping me awake. Hey, welcome back. Good to see you again.
Hi, Birdie.
These puzzles are interesting because they're not like they're not super straightforward. I also like that every item has dialogue that goes along with it, depending on who you talk to.
Need something to sit on?
Thanks, but standing up while I work is how I keep my legs looking so good. You'll just have to trust me on that one.
Okay.
No way. It's too pretty. I'm keeping it.
Fellas, can I interest you in a stool? I feel like I'm a stool salesman
You guys
right
need
now.
a rest? Feet getting tired?
No, because we're so light.
And my suit is also a chair.
Okay. Wait, he's like, okay, so he's stuck like.
You need to tie some ladders together. Did you hear me? Over there? You get the ladders?
I think that nest is more comfortable without a stool.
Oh, this is not a light situation.
I don't need a ladder hanging off of me.
I feel that new girl might be involved in this.
That's the second hole I've put in this cabin so far. I feel like I should get to know that guy before I steal his art.
What am I missing? The tree gave me his puke, which is what I needed so that I could make sure that the castle was good. I need some sort of weapon, which I currently do not have. A hook seems like it would be a decent weapon to go with these fishing lures, or like these fishing poles, but I don't know that this chick is gonna give me...
You know what would make that outfit complete? Feathery shoes.
Our outfits are perfect.
Not quite, dear. Listen closely.
You guys want to see something pretty?
That's okay. I already.
No, okay? Let's do it again.
Shh! Here she comes again.
Sup, druids?
Not much.
You guys think the Deadeye God would like some stained glass?
Why don't you ask him?
You guys must be tired. I'm going in.
Okay.
Think, Ryan, think. Why is my brain not working with this right now? I need a weapon of some type. They have weapons. Blue and red. It's like one of those where you probably just absolutely kick yourself once you get it. Thought maybe like a diamond on top of the candle and... Ugh. Because you wouldn't just randomly come in here. But I wouldn't say it's immediately obvious to me what it is that I'm supposed to do in here. Obviously.
The top of this pyramid is transparent. So strange. Nah, that doesn't need a new sun. Especially not a vintage crystal one.
This is different. What the hell?
No way. They're just my size. I'm keeping them.
There's like this opening up here. There's this here. There's this which has something recessed that you're supposed to put in it. What would a person give me that would make it so that... And the ladder's not gonna, doesn't work, so I'm not supposed to go up top.
All Let's practice. Oh,
These fishing poles are useless. All the hooks have been stolen. Nah, that doesn't need a new sun. Especially not a vintage crystal one.
What's up, Crazy Carl? Thank you for the sub.
Okay, forget about your diaphragms. Just try to stay somewhat in tune.
Almost ready.
Hurry up, girl. When the beast arrives, it's showtime.
I have to get some sort of powerful weapon. Better let you get back to the feast. Want to see some pretty crystal?
No, he doesn't. Oh, man.
Your diaphragms, girls, and singing from them? Faster, more intense.
All right, let's see if I talk to Curtis. Well, let's see if the tree maybe has more.
I'll let you get back to your screaming.
He doesn't have anything else. He has no interest in any of the other stuff that I have to offer, and I think I've done everything I need to do with him. You got anything else for me, Curtis?
Hi.
Maybe a
Hey,
stool
Bella.
of wisdom?
Hey, about this art.
Yeah?
What is it?
Well, you know. It's abstract. It's kind of a tone poem, really.
Huh.
I find it does some interesting things with the space between viewer and image.
Okay.
Is that right?
Where'd you get it?
I bought it from this slightly shady girl from Shellmound. Said she was selling it to get money to move out of town.
Aren't you bothered by its elitist
Aren't
themes?
you bothered by its elitist themes?
I probably would be, if I had such a superficial understanding of the work.
How do you know it's hanging right side up?
Because the dude's little feet go on the bottom, duh.
I like how it matches your decor.
Decor? I don't have a decor. The purpose of art is not decor, man.
Why do you have it up then?
I only had it up there ironically, but I was actually getting sick of it. If you like it, just take it.
Really? Okay. Catch you later, Curtis.
Thanks,
Beware
bro.
the trees.
Okay, I'm taking this.
Cool. I liked that kind of stuff when I was your age, too.
Okay. If you like it, it's too mainstream for me. Nobody thinks you're cool because you're old, man.
What's this supposed to be? A little man with a bad haircut?
Shine your light on me, okay?
Hey, Dead-Eye God, I've got something in that shape you like.
What's up, dude?
Man, my mouth tastes like death. Oh, hey, you found my circuit control router. That's awesome. Now I can fire up the ship and get back to Loruna.
Who are you?
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, thanks for finding my circuit control router. I lost it during the crash and couldn't find it anywhere. I drew pictures of it for the locals and kept saying, "Give me this, give me this." After a few years, I just had to put myself in cryogenic storage and hope someone smarter would come along and find it.
Were you really dead?
Nah, I was just preserved in cryogenic suspension for 300 years? I guess all the locals I knew here are long dead. That's kind of a relief. They were a little annoying. Part of the reason I went into crysolation, to tell you the truth.
Are you the Deadeye God?
Man, that's so embarrassing. The locals called me that when my spaceship crashed here, and I kind of went along with it because, well, you know, God.
People like power, man. Doesn't have to be overt power where you're considered godlike amongst people, but people like power because power means survival. You have increased chance of surviving the world when you have power. So if this guy all of a sudden had the adoration of an entire community of people who considered him to be a god because they saw something that they'd never seen before and it didn't fit inside of any schema they had, thus they had to expand out and didn't have the sophistication to understand the technology, and so they go symbolic. So they say, oh, this must be a god. This must be some sort of deity. Well, that might feel pretty good for him, particularly if he got to a point where he's making demands of the people because he was using his power in that way. A lot of us are susceptible to that kind of thing if you're given power. Most people don't like to relinquish power, societally or otherwise. And it's because it goes against our instinct to survive. So yeah, maybe he's embarrassed, but it's a choice he made.
Does the ship you mentioned have any weapons?
Hey, whoa.
There's a giant monster that is destroying villages and eating young girls, and it may or may not have already... My whole family might be... Anyway, I just need to take down a horrible monster. Will you help?
I mean, sure. I owe you one. But my ship didn't have any weapons that I know of. I'll dig around once I get this heap working and let you know.
Can I help?
Depends. You know anything about spaceships?
No. I'm just a baker from Sugar Bunting.
Sugar Bunting? Is that anything like Steel Bunting? When I first landed, there was this town called Steel Bunting that the locals were all afraid of. Apparently, it's full of badasses.
So we're standing in a spaceship?
Just the upper observation deck. The rest of it's buried underneath. I'm gonna need to fix some more wiring before I can even gain access to it.
What's Laruna?
That's my home planet. Or at least it was. Who knows if it's even still there.
What's all this equipment do?
This is the main observation deck of my ship. So this stuff mostly scans for signs of life or habitable worlds. Anything that would help the mission.
What was your mission?
Operation Dandelion. Laruna was dying. The spaceship was supposed to give us a fresh chance and a new home. But instead, we crashed here.
Operation Dandelion is what the mom AI said something about when we were on the ship with Shea. I mean, I don't have any connection necessarily to make there. I'm trying to like rack my brain, but there's a parallel here. Crash landed 300 years ago. Operation Dandelion.
How'd your ship crash?
I hate to think about it, but there's a chance it was me. I tried to hack into the ship's controls and take over. Then some weird stuff happened, and the next thing I know, I'm here.
Okay, see you later.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
What?
Pretty colors.
That's
Whoops.
Shea?
Hey, that was my amplifying quartz. Without that, how am I supposed to read the data from the search beam?
Sorry. I'll get a new one.
Don't bother. All I really care about is getting out of here, and I don't need a search beam for that.
There. Good as new.
Actually, that's not bad. And you even got it in the right slot. Hey, put that laser coil back. That's how I generate light from my search beam.
I'm just cleaning it.
You're gonna take it for a minute, Shea.
On second thought, I don't like it there.
Hey, what are you doing?
I found a replacement for your quartz thing.
Maybe, but you put it in the wrong socket. You get that order wrong and you'll melt us down into a sad little puddle.
Like this?
Nailed it.
What have you done?
Fixed your ship?
You put the amplifying quartz after the laser coil. If I powered up the beam in this configuration, I mean, the thermal feedback alone could melt down my entire ship. I could conceivably release the extra energy out of the targeting iris, but that would only produce a powerful weaponized... Well, heck, let's just call a death ray a death ray.
Yay!
Sign me up!
And I told Becky, you're so ugly. I'm glad I'm blind.
Okay, the targeting iris has 300 years of rust on it, but it should do the trick.
I'll try to lure him into a good spot.
You can fire the weapon with this remote trigger.
Like this?
Jesus Christ, Vela!
Okay, shut it down.
Clarence, was that you? Knock it off!
Just use quick bursts, or that hacked circuit of yours will cause a meltdown up here.
I'm not sure how to thank you for this.
You know what? The whole time I was on that spaceship, all I really wanted was to be as useful as I feel right now.
Well, wish me luck.
Hey, if you're really from Steel Bunting, I'm sure you're not gonna need it.
All right, let's go.
Oh, Mom, shine your light on me, okay?
Ready when you are, Marshall.
Crazy that that's Shea in a spaceship. I didn't really see that coming.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I figured they would converge at some point, but I didn't think it would be when he was way older. All right.
You know what to do, girls.
About to hit Mog Chothra with the rocket ship thing. Oh God! Jesus, he cut right to the chase.
This way. Follow me. It's time. Fire away. Hit it, Deadeye God.
It's charging back up.
Hey, let it cool down, Vela, or this whole mountain is gonna melt down.
Right. Here. Now.
Oh my God, dude.
Take the shot.
Seriously?
I don't think I'm getting through that thick hide.
No good. Even his eyes are armor-plated.
Hit it. Even its eyes are armor-plated. He must have a more vulnerable spot.
You need to attack me first?
Yeah. You recognize me, don't you?
Come on, buddy.
I could
Your
beat you with
uvula.
one arm tied behind my back, but not two.
Hey.
Oh, I need to find a more vulnerable spot.
His mouth.
I could beat you with one arm tied behind my back, but not two. I don't think I'm getting through that thick hide.
No good. Need to
Hit him
wait.
in the mouth.
You're just a big, fat, floating lump.
No good. Even his eyes are armor-plated. could beat you with one arm tied behind my back, but not two. I could beat you with one arm tied behind my back, but not two. Now.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, sounds like that hurt.
All right.
Hit it, Deadeye God.
Jeez, this thing is like super precise.
Take the shot.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
My hands are stuck. I could beat you with one arm tied.
If I was doing this on
back,
PC, this would be super easy.
Fire away.
It's like ridiculously
Just a
precise.
slap on the wrist.
Maybe I just go a little bit higher.
Hit it, Deadeye God.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Take the shot.
Oh,
no
shit.
Good. His mouth is closed.
Open your mouth. Open your mouth.
Hit it.
Ah, okay.
Hit it, Deadeye God. Just a slap on the wrist. Do it. Woo. Sounds like that hurt. Now. Nailed it.
Now we wait for his mouth to open. We hit him in the uvula.
Take the shot. No good. His mouth is closed. Fire away. Even its eyes are armor-plated. He must have a more vulnerable spot. Hit it. No good. His mouth is closed. Fire away. Do it. Oh, yeah. Fire away. Now I need to find a more vulnerable spot.
There we go. Now his mouth's open. So I wonder if I need to hit him in the eye.
Just a slap on the wrist. Now. Nailed it. I don't think I'm getting
There
through
you
that
go.
thick
Open
hide.
his mouth, maybe.
Do it. No good. His mouth is closed. Now. Hit it. Woo. Sounds like that hurt. Now. Nailed it. I don't think I'm getting through that thick hide. Come on, you stupid death ray.
Alright, so there's both.
I could beat you with one arm tied behind my back, but not two. No good. Even his eyes are armor-plated.
Oh, so I can't.
I
Okay,
could
because I
beat you with
can't.
one arm
I
tied
can't hit him
behind
because
my
I don't
back,
have
but
the
not
thing.
two.
Okay.
Hit it. There's more where that came from. Take the shot. Hold still. Do it. Hit it. Almost. I don't think I'm getting through that thick hide. Do it.
Come on.
Fire away. I know that wasn't my fault. Now, dang. The hide's too thick.
No. No. Open your mouth. Open your mouth.
Fire away. Even its eyes are armor-plated. He must have a more vulnerable spot. Now, no good. His mouth is closed. I'd shove my stool right into his mouth if I thought it would do anything. Short things can and surprise you.
No way. Wow. What?
Die, you monster. Die quick, or we're gonna have a meltdown up here.
Did he just say die, you prick? Oh, die quick. Okay, I thought he said die, you prick. Mog Chothra is dead. It took a long time, but... What? Is that has to be Shea's dad then? Holy shit. I didn't see that coming even a little bit. Not even a little bit. So the ship that Shea was in was Mog Chothra. Oh my god. Guys, when I was using the boom arms to grab people, I was grabbing maidens. Back when the wolf was telling us what to do, I was grabbing maidens. Oh my god. Holy shit. And then he would like get attacked or something, and then he'd be like, we gotta go. At least they might be alive, right? Oh my god. What is the point? Oh my god. Okay, so, well, this is gonna be wild for the two of them. Because they are each about to be completely immersed in an environment that they will not understand at all. And that is going to be horrifying for the both of them. And we're going to have to watch their brains fry. through this, because there is just going to be so much novelty all at once that's going to clash with every schema they have of everything they know. Like, this is, they are going to be so effed up. Oh my god. So the first time we are attacked is when she first escapes her town, and when the ship crashes is the moment she brings the monster down. That's what it would seem like. Wow. I don't know who I want to play. I've got to pick one. Let's keep it going with Vela.
Death from above! Ah, rats! I thought I had that one.
Were you trying to stab me? Why?
Don't take it personally, kid. It's just what I do. For instance, just a minute ago, I took down this whole ship after ripping the very fabric of space itself. To you got off easy.
Just when I thought things couldn't get any stranger.
Dude. When we were... Oh my god. Okay. Alright. So, this actually provides a really beautiful opportunity to talk about something important, which is context. When people have incomplete information, they look to people in positions of power that appear to know more in order to understand the context they're in. When we were Shea, and we were using the boom arm to save people, the only reason that literally all of us thought we were saving stuff was because we had an authority figure show up in an unknown world and tell us that that's what it was. And we didn't question it. We didn't sit there and think to ourselves, maybe we're plucking maidens from a world and, like, eating them. Maybe we're in a ship that terrorizes people that was so far out of our purview of what is possible. So we rely on people to tell us these things. It's a scarily vulnerable position. That's why it's so important to try to be as informed as you can be, but we all have to recognize that we have extreme limitations to the understanding of our world, that there can be things that are so beyond our purview that we couldn't even remotely attempt to conceptualize it if we tried. So that is why people who control information have so much power, because you are always working with incomplete data. And when you have people who control that flow of information, how it's spun, what it is, what the reframes are, you get people to do things where they actually think they're acting in accordance with, like, morality. This, like, objective sense that we're trying to do good unto others. Shea's entire conceptualization of that was that he was doing something good, and he wanted to hang in there and try to capture all of the maidens as best he could, because if he was doing that, he was saving people. And he had no reason to think that it might be something else. This happens in lots of places. People always wonder, why do people in North Korea put up with what they put up with? Because they're propagandized. Why do people in Russia not understand fully what's going on in Ukraine? It's because Russia's controlling the flow of information. Like, when you get people in positions of power that control a certain narrative and control the information you have access to, people will do things that you never imagined that they would do if you're in an outsider's view of it. And this is the most gorgeous example of that in a video game I think I've ever seen. Big hats off. Big hats off to the Double Fine team on that. Speaking of, hi Bert. Well fucking done, man. I am, like, so happy right now. Amazing stuff. Give me this knife.
I knew you'd be back. Something tells me you're a girl who knows the value of a good knife.
Can I just confirm that you are a talking knife?
We didn't even question that when we were Shea. God damn, this is awesome. This is awesome. Everything about this. Learning and development is my jam, man. This is what I spent my PhD learning. Okay? This just jazzes me up. Okay? When we're with Shea, we're introduced to an AI, to a sentient ship, to talking spoon, to talking knife. All this advanced technology, and Shea just moves through it and is not in awe by it in any way, shape, or form, because that's what he's grown up with. That's what he's used to. Vela comes over here, and that knife is talking, and we, the player, are like, well, yeah, it's a talking knife. We saw that. But she doesn't know that. Vela has never in her life seen a utensil that talks. So this is a completely novel experience for her, and this is going to blow her mind. Because she has real data in front of her. There is a knife talking to her. And she has to put together whatever schema she has in order to try to conceptualize this thing. So she's borrowing from two schemas. She knows what utensils are, and she knows what a knife is. And she knows what the expectation is as it relates to that. And she knows what it means to use language to convey ideas. And so now she's like, well, these are two things that I have never considered putting together, and I have to do that now. And I actually admire that she could approach this with curiosity. There's a lot of people that they would be so afraid of this. This would create just an immense amount of aversive arousal. And if she was like totally had a meltdown and a panic attack right now, it would make complete sense. So it is a testament to Vela's resiliency that she is willing to sit here and accommodate, to use that information and put it together to now try to conceptualize, wait a second, you're a talking knife. This is a mind-blowing thing. The cool part about this, friends, is this is what young children go through on a daily basis. In spades. Because when a child comes out into the world, they don't understand how to connect all of these things together in these symbols. So when you are a young baby and a toddler and a child, even into your teenage years, all of this shit is novel. So it's like your head's exploding it all at once, and you're making all these neural connections and symbols, and you connect them with utility and all this stuff. But there's no preconceived template for how a person understands these things, which is where nurture and scaffolding and parenting is so deeply important, because you are literally melding the connections that children make when they see things in the world around them. One of the first things that a kid ever does when they hold things, they put it in their mouth. They want to know what it tastes like. They're trying to experience it in every way they can. They see it, they smell it, they touch it, they taste it. They don't understand that like a controller is not a thing you eat. They don't understand how plastic works and what it is. They need to understand it, so they do that through their senses. We only refine that over time. So one of the cool things that we're going to see here going forward to an extent is Vela and Shea are basically going to be like children, because they're going to just, everything's going to be novel. For children, because their brain has so much plasticity, that's a totally normal and exciting thing. It's not something that really is going to cause too much distress for a child unless something just absolutely overloads the circuits. For adults and teenagers, this would be a really difficult experience, because you would have to open your mind up to so many possibilities you never considered, and you don't quite have the brain plasticity to do it, so it takes more effort. This would be exhausting for an adult. Vela is a bit more in a kind of like a middle space, but I'm going to be really excited to see how Shea and Vela handle this, particularly Shea, because Vela had a lot more of a diverse world that she grew up in. She had a variety of different people she interacted with, a variety of different contexts that she got to hang out in. We saw that in her origin story here. Shea, on the other hand, has like a one-track, interacted with the same two AIs, lived in the same spaceship. He's going to freak out more likely than she is when he's out in that world. Vela is going to be probably more accommodating because she's used to more novelty than Shea is. This is the kind of stuff that I really, it is so important for all of us to understand about human development. Because we are literally about to go into a child's brain with this. And you're going to feel, to some small extent, your experience of, secondary through them. This is what happens when we're presented with new information, new ideas, progressive policies, etc. God damn, this is so cool. This is so cool. All right.
Because I'm trying to figure out if I'm losing my mind or just mildly hallucinating.
Oh, I'm the real deal, kid. A technological marvel. And sharp, too.
What are you doing inside the monster Mog Chothra?
Monster? Kid, you are inside the spaceship Bassa Nostra. Or, just outside of it, actually.
I love this!
You're outside of a spaceship? Then how can I breathe?
Don't ask me. I'm solid state. I gotta admit, though, this ship and everything around it has been acting a little nutty since I cut it. But that's to be expected.
Who's the captain of this ship?
Well, the other kid who just tumbled through that bright spot in space, that's the one we called Commander. But the real brains of the operation, we just call Mom.
Where can I find Mom?
Beats me. Haven't heard from her in a while. But hey, I didn't stab her. Can't pin that on me.
You're coming with me. And for the record, I took down this ship.
Whatever. Ride's a ride.
Yeah. She's all like, I did this.
I can still see the sky through that hole in space. Weird.
Oh my god, it's because it's not space. It's just some simulation of it.
Attention, current altitude below recommended level. Outer hull breach detected. Attempting emergency takeoff. Warning, ship off axis.
Looks like this thing took some damage from me. Nothing seems to be going in or out of these.
Mary, thanks for gifting that sub to Bert.
Nothing seems to be going in or out of these.
Gyro stabilizers offline.
These pipes are just as busted as the others.
There's an empty slot here.
Anti-gravity field unavailable during hull breach. Initializing starfield repair. Function unavailable.
Oh, I wanted to like pull this over here. See what's going on over here.
Reinitializing starfield repair.
What is that? A goldfish bowl? Oh. I guess space helmet makes more sense.
Matrix cleared. Completing starfield repair.
Okay, so I have to say this, like I said with Shea, I have to say this point one time. In order to write this fully realistically, it would be ridiculously tedious. You have to make some jumps. You have to suspend some disbelief. As far as I know, she would have absolutely no conceptualization of space helmet. Because what this presupposes is that at some point in her life, there was discussions about space travel, the need for a helmet, etc., etc. So her making that connection is something that would take her probably a lot longer to make. But for the purposes of pushing the story forward, you have to do this. I'm not going to pause the game every single time one of them makes a cognitive leap that would have taken a longer time to make. I just want to put this preemptively out there that I totally understand why when writing this story you would need to do it this way. So, but what I love and I appreciate so much this attention to detail, and it's what makes this so playable and what makes this so exciting for me, is that she first sees it and thinks it's a full goldfish bowl. That is inductive reasoning. Okay, you want a beautiful example of inductive versus deductive reasoning? Here you are. Inductive reasoning is using your own experience to make sense of something that's novel. She sees this orb thing, and she has seen a fishbowl before. It's a schema that she has, and she says, well, this glass round thing must be a fishbowl. That's inductive reasoning. Kids do this all the time. And one of the biggest mistakes that parents make that absolutely crushes a child's soul and their development is to shame a child for making that inductive reasoning. If that child has never been exposed to a space helmet before, and a parent says, it's a space helmet, you idiot, or has that tone, you, the parent, are the idiot. Because your child doesn't have the ability to conceptualize that. They have to work through this process where they think fishbowl, and then we go, no, and then you go into deductive reasoning, which is where you take other symbols, your contextual understanding of the environment, and you deduce, as she did, that this is not a fishbowl, that instead this must be some sort of helmet, because this could fit over your head. We're in space. I know that I need air. I understand that space doesn't have air. Thus, you must need to wear this helmet while you're in space. Space helmet. But do you hear how many things that requires me to understand? I have to understand that we breathe. I have to understand what space is. I have to understand that space is devoid of the thing that we breathe. I have to understand that we would need some sort of impermeable boundary between me and space in order to maintain whatever pressure is necessary in order for me to breathe. Right now we're getting into all these abstract symbols that we need to have in order to conceptualize and deduce that this is a space helmet. And this is why people tend to prefer to go to inductive reasoning when it's convenient, because it's way easier to go fishbowl than it is to go, how many factors do I have to take from the environment in order to deduce what this thing is if it's potentially outside the realm of what I understand? One of those propositions is a hell of a lot heavier than the other. Mwah!
Starfield integrity restored. Initializing repressurization. Function unavailable. Air transport system incomplete. Unable to
This one
repressurize.
could be important. Or not.
Unable to engage anti-gravity field. Air
I can't
transport
figure out a
system
way to put them
incomplete.
together.
Unable to repressurize.
I can't make any new connections with this helmet.
We might just not be there yet. I think we need to use this rope. In those cases, I like to say I can see why you would say that and then explain the actual thing is to kids in those cases. Yes, engage their curiosity around that. That's a great way to do it, honey bun. Yeah, shaming kids for using inductive reasoning makes you, the parent, look like an asshole. If I may be frank.
Dang, not opening.
Let's go ahead and use this tube here.
Air transport system incomplete.
Hey,
Unable
Pointy.
to repressurize.
Think you could open that hatch?
My name is Dutch.
Okay, Dutch. Do you?
No.
I could get a longer hose by cutting it up here, but then I don't think I'd survive the fall.
Come on. I bet 50% of us would survive.
There's a weak point on that hose, but I can't reach it from here. They're already cut.
Air transport system incomplete. Unable to repressurize.
I can't figure out a way to put them together.
Weak point right here.
Hey, Pointy, you actually any good at cutting stuff?
The name's Dutch. And the answer's yes. Yes, yes, yes! Finally. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I might be able to make a connection with this little hose, but which one?
Can't reach the other pipes with this short hose.
Accessing maintenance panel 36. Air transport system incomplete. Unable to repressurize.
Oh, okay, so I need to get one of these to be higher enough that I can cut this tube. Alright, that makes sense. This is cool. So if I do this, then what?
Accessing maintenance panel 22.
I was hoping for something more spectacular.
Yeah, me too, but we don't always get what we want.
Accessing maintenance panel 114.
Well, now what?
Oh, it's still not good enough. So let's take the pipe off. Oh, can I not do that?
Can't reach the other
Okay, there we
pipes
go.
with this short hose.
I might. This pipe goes.
Warning, unanticipated hydraulic connection.
Well, now what?
Air transport system incomplete. Unable to repressurize.
I'll hook this hose up here.
Warning, fluid detected in air supply.
That doesn't sound good.
Air transport system incomplete. Unable to repressurize.
I don't think 114 is high enough, though.
Let's hook this pipe.
Maybe it is. I don't know. Let's find out. I really don't think so, though.
I can't reach that platform.
No shit. You're gonna have to do this.
I can't reach that platform.
Two's not it.
That goes there. I have a good feeling about that pipe.
Warning, unanticipated hydraulic connection.
Right, which doesn't allow for anything. Okay. That doesn't do anything either. Unanticipated hydraulic connection.
Warning, air venting into sewage overflow.
Yeah.
It doesn't produce a panel either. Why can't you... Maybe we do need to do 36 and we'll see if we can... We'll see what we can do.
Can't reach the other pipes with this short hose. Okay, that...
Hey, all right.
There's a weak point on that hose.
We'll climb.
Well, who wants to live forever, right?
I'm really starting to like you, kid.
Ow!
Okay.
That hurt. But it was worth it for this hose, I think.
Cutting is always worth it.
Easy, killer. Jeez. Alright, now something tells me...
But which one?
Can't reach the other pipes with this short hose. Should be able to... Now that's a hose. Can't reach the other pipes with this short hose.
Hopefully I can make some new connections with this long hose.
Can't reach the other pipes with this short hose.
Pop this on here.
I feel like there would have been maybe a more intuitive way to do this, but...
What's this one do?
Air transport system integrity restored.
Oh, yeah.
Beginning repressurization.
Cool.
Wait, that's good, right?
Engaging anti-gravity field.
Oh, here we go.
Gyro stabilizers online.
Another instance where she would probably freak out.
Or is it me? Uh-oh.
Hey, there's the hatch. Aw, I missed it.
Yikes. What's that claw thing? And that claw thing.
I wonder if that little claw is getting as dizzy as I am. I need a push. Or a... anything. Think you could kill that hand for me, Knife?
I like how you think, but no. It's made of metal and as big as a house.
I thought you killed whole spaceships.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not big enough.
Uh-huh. Nice. Okay. How about this one?
Think you could reach that arm if I held you out?
I could stab it, but I can't grab it.
Yeah, but it might grab you.
Nah, it only grabs the boy and his stuff. Mom's arms are funny that way.
Oh. It's Mom's arm, huh? How about the boot?
I'm gonna throw you at that boot, okay?
Why?
To create an equal and opposite reaction, propelling me through space.
I hate to break it to you, but you'd need a lot more force than that, Professor.
Yeah, I guess.
Plus, you're gonna want to hang on to me. I'm good in a fight.
I just like hearing what the knife has to say about stuff. Wait, it grabs the boy.
There you go.
Helmet. Yep.
You got me. Now let go of that helmet.
Okay. Now give me the boot. Yeah.
Oh, it's too far away.
Yeah.
Bad timing.
Oh God, I have to actually time this? Yeah.
Whoops, facing the wrong way. Rats. Need to get the timing right. Stupid giant claw. Get out of the way. Come on. Hand-to-hand combat. Not even a handshake. They just don't seem to be attracted to each other. I don't need to wear a helmet. There's plenty of it. I think that would just shatter it. I don't need cloud shoes here.
Oh, I gotta wait till the claw's open too? Or till the claw's closed? Jeez, man.
Gotcha.
There we go.
Something tells me I'm not going to be able to get you to let go of that boot, am I?
Okay, but this is like a metal boot, so I should be able to maybe grab onto the claw.
Whoa.
Yeah!
Hey, I recognize that grip. I'll bet you were inside one of those tentacles that grabbed me on the beach.
It's amazing that it still runs with no power supply.
I'm guessing. Well, serves you right. I don't want to fly out that way. Can't reach that boot. Probably not my size anyway.
Now what?
I don't want to fly out that way. Maybe I can push off this thing.
Woohoo! Space!
I did it!
Oh, come on.
The knife really does take a lot of credit for stuff.
That's better. The air was starting to get a little thin out there.
Damn. Well, exploring this spaceship's gonna be a real trip when we get to part 4, huh? YouTube, thank you so much for watching part 3. I appreciate you immensely. Please make sure you like the stream, subscribe, leave a comment on your way out. I will very much look forward to seeing you in part 4. This was mind-blowing. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to do part 4. This is not at all what I was expecting, and I am so happy that it's what's happening. So, good stuff. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I hope you're looking forward to part 4 as much as I am. If you're binging, click on over. If you're waiting for the next episode, hopefully we'll get it out to you soon. But I appreciate you all. I'll catch you on the next one.